Grace happens. How about that simple? Grace happens. It's kind of like the other phrase that was so popular. Grace happens too. How do you want to live? It's a choice. I choose to live in grace. It's easier. It's more fun. It's more joy-filled. It's easy. And I can be here in my body completely in it. So what is divine grace? How does it look? How does it show up? Well, from my experience, and as we've already talked about, there's over 6 billion people's experiences out there. So this is just one. And perspectives as well. Divine grace is tied in a little bit to one of our other topics on gratitude, I believe it was. Gratitude and acknowledgement. So if we can begin to see that everything in our world was either consciously or unconsciously created by us at some point in time, and just leave that open for a possibility, play with it a bit, try it on for size for a couple of weeks, check it out, see what you think about it and you feel about it, then we can begin to see, okay, I'm going to touch into gratitude and be grateful for everything that's in my life. Wonderful. Now I'm going to acknowledge everything that's here. And at this point of acknowledgement, if we want to, we can intend something else. Because it's almost like we asked for this thing, it came, it showed up, and we can be content with it and work with it and be with it and have it, share it, experience it. Or we could intend, okay, thank you, universe, for bringing me this. Now I would like to experience this. Or I would like part of that experience, but actually I'd like this other little factor added in there next go round. How about that? And then keep your eyes open and watch out, because here it comes. It's going to have all the pieces this had. Perhaps without a couple of pieces you didn't want any more, and with the new pieces you wanted to add in. This is totally how it works. It's really simple. This is how simple it is. It takes to trust and know and try it on and do it enough times that you get your own personal validation that, oh, this really does work. I tried that out and it is that simple. So anyway, divine grace. So if we begin to see that everything that comes to us, we ask for it through some time and place. Now, we may not recall, and I'm pretty positive we won't, recall every single thing that we've asked for in all our lifetimes. So, taking that factor in mind and moving forward, whenever something comes up that we don't recognize or aren't really thrilled about that's happening, we automatically know, I asked for this at some point in time, it's here now, part of me is resisting it, part of me is bucking against it, part of me says this isn't part of me, and all this stuff starts going on in our mind. We'll stop that chatter and take on the new position. I asked for this, I created it at some time and place, I just forgot. Now, universe, I would appreciate shifting this into this other form or fashion. First, we get with what is. That's part of the acknowledgement. Hey, I see this situation, it feels really kind of too much for me and my body. It's not something I'm interested in. It doesn't feel in harmony with me anymore. And I feel it here and I feel it there, and it feels like this and it feels like that. And this is the sensation and that's the sensation, and I acknowledge it and I say, please, I call forth divine grace to flow into this place and transform this. The transformation is going to happen automatically if we get with what is, not what we want it to be. It's going to happen automatically. That's where the miracle takes place. That's where the transformation takes place, is getting with what is. That's where divine grace can flow in. The other thing too is we can ask to be filled with divine grace. And it's just like it pours in our head and goes down our whole entire face and head and brain and neck and rolls down our shoulders and fills up our arms with this beautiful liquid golden honey. And it fills our chest and our torso and goes down and fills up our belly and all our organs and down into our groin and all our organs there and all down our legs and drips down and fills up our feet and our ankles and goes out our feet back out into the earth. We're just totally soaked in this sweet nectar of divine grace. And in calling that forth to fill up our lives, it coats everything. It coats all the sadness, all the sorrow, all the shame, all the blame, all the guilt, all the doubt, all the worry, all the fear, all the anger, all the upset, all the out of harmony, out of all the balance. It just rolls and covers it and coats it. Now remember that divine grace is this most beautiful experience of deep and profound peace, of deep and profound contentment, of the most deep and profound connectedness with all things. It's automatically forgiving. It's automatically filled with gratitude. It's automatically abundant on all levels. It's automatically everything. It's automatically nothing. It is the void. It is the love. It is the unconditional acceptance and unconditional love of God, of the universe, of Goddess, of oneness, of beingness, of presence, of nowness that you could ever hope for. That's praying the big prayer. Fill me with divine grace and let me walk as a channel of that here on the earth plane to all my fellow human beings. Let me radiate that out. Wow, radiating out divine grace everywhere you walk. Guess what's going to come to you after a while of practicing that? Everything, nothing, contentment, peace, joy, the bliss of God, Goddess, oneness, contentment, connectedness, everything. Nirvana on the earth, heaven on earth. Radiating out divine grace. Call for it, ask for it, experience it. Because some beautiful things happen when we lift our vibration to the vibration of the divine grace of God. The divine grace of oneness. Our vibration gets spiked so high of unconditional love and unconditional acceptance that it can blast out of our energy field things that we don't even know about that are blocking our path, things that we don't even know about that are weighing us down and slowing us down and creating hardship, pain, and sadness and suffering in our life. Divine grace can just handle it. And guess what? You don't have to do anything. Nothing. Things will just blast out with nothing else to do but just ask. Ask and receive. Peace. Joy. God. Divine grace. Now, the cool thing is, sometimes, some things may be wanting some acknowledgement. That's okay. Your vibration is so high with divine grace flowing into this beautiful human vehicle that occasionally, if something needs to come up and wants to surface and wants to be acknowledged, no problems. You've got a great container and a nice vibration to be able to witness this thing and say, I feel you. I feel you. Come on up and express, acknowledge. I see you. You're beautiful. Thank you for serving me so well. Peace and love to you. And it just, it transforms. So, looking at it like the glass is always full. It's kind of one of those deals. Rather than going dumpster diving and looking for the dark stuff or whatever you want to term it, you know, that's weighing you down and trying to find the whereabouts and the cause of it and the whys and the wherefores, just fill up with light. Fill up with divine grace. Let it pour down, and you know what? If it raises something up, that's when we just have a conversation and acknowledge it and how it feels and where is it in our body. What's it feel like? I call for more divine grace to flow in here and help me totally release this sensation. I want to be totally congruent. I want to be in complete and 100% harmony with all parts of me as one.